Hey, what's up YouTube? Today we've got another translation for you. This one is from Pugera, and if you guys know, I love translating his videos. Today we're going to be talking about how to walk more effectively and to not get hit by random buttons. I'm sure this has happened to you guys before when you play. You'll be playing this range, you try to like walk into your poke range, but then your opponent kind of just hits you. Something like that. You try to get into your poke range, try to hit with like standing heavy punch, but you get hit first. So Pugera in this video is going to tell you how you should be playing neutral, how you can get into your effective poke range to not only poke at your opponents better, but also to stop getting hit so much yourself. So now that we got that over with, let's go into the video. I'm going to be translating this and also showing you in-game what Pugera is talking about, so let's get started. So he's talking about the situations where you're kind of like walking back and forth in neutral, and you try to push a button. And sometimes I'm hitting, sometimes I'm getting hit, and I'm usually getting hit more than I'm actually hitting. And he says, what is the cause of this? What is causing this to happen? Why am I being so inconsistent with my buttons in neutral? Why am I losing to Ken's standing hard punch? And in the chat saying it's because Ken's standing hard punch is strong. This is a spacing that's really easy to get counter hit and to lose to your opponent. He says this is kind of like playing like, he said Yankee. If you guys know what Yankee is, you know, like those like, if you ever play like the Yakuza games, like the kind of like, the kind of stupid guys who just like fucking swing at you, like the haymakers. You know, like this is like just throwing haymakers. He goes, this is really risky. He says what you have to do is you have to like walk into that range, and once you get into that range, some opponents that you fight, he didn't say this, I'm kind of paraphrasing a bit, but some opponents that you fight, as soon as you get into that range, they're going to push a button right away once they know you're in their range. So if they push a button right away and you push a button right away, it all comes down to luck. Whoever pushed first is going to win. Of course, there's like some hitbox, hurtbox stuff going on too there, but for the most part, whoever pushed first is going to win in that situation. So what you should do instead is, instead of walking in and like taking like a huge forward walk and really showing your movement and taking a lot of risk, you should try to take little tiny steps and adjust like on like a micro walk scale. So if I'm walking in this way, number one, it's so telegraphed that I'm trying to walk in and get into like a poke range here. So it's easy for my opponent just kind of like, see, like that. I'm trying to do the thing that Pugera was doing. I'm trying to hit him. Sometimes I'm winning. There, you see? There I won, there I lost. So instead of taking these huge big steps, he's like, just walk a little bit. And then this also reduces the amount of time you're going to be spent like not blocking. Then once you get here, then because it's easier for you to kind of like adjust your timing and stuff, it's less telegraphed. You can kind of attack in a better way, is the main point he's trying to make with all that. Okay, so the other thing he's saying is when you kind of do that micro walk, then once you start walking in closely, like walk and block, walk and block, walk and block, once you start doing that, the amount of walking you need to take to get into your effective range is much smaller than if you just walked forward from like mid-screen. You only need to walk a little bit. So number one, the amount of time you need to spend walking forward lessens, so your opponent has less time to react to your walk forward and your button timing. And then also, it's easier for you to kind of like adjust your spacing just a little bit, and then you kind of like walk in a little bit, you walk out a little bit with that micro walk, and then they whiff a button, then when you push, you can whiff punish them. Yeah, so basically just by really focusing on like those little tiny walk-in blocks, it's just so much easier for you to actually adjust your spacing to get into a range where you can actually hit, rather than having to take those big steps to get into range. He's spending a lot of time explaining this, but to really summarize this as quickly and as succinctly as I can. So the number one thing he's trying to show is you want to increase the amount of time you're spending guarding and decrease the amount of time you're spending walking forward before your moves comes out. So you want to reduce the amount of time your character is in a position, or at least a movement pattern, where they can get hit, where you can get hit by doing this. Because if I just record Ken doing like jump, heavy punch, right? Something like this, right? And I'm trying to like walk in to get a poke. I'm spending so much time walking forward, but if I just kind of like play in this range and I'm like walking and blocking, even if my timing is off, I won't get hit because I'm blocking so much, right? So then all you have to do is when you're in this range, okay, I want to walk in, but I'm already pretty close. Okay, I can react to this. Okay, good. I can react to this. I can do this. Now I'm in range, I can poke first. So spend less time walking for it. And then I'm sure you guys have noticed this. If you ever watch like really, really high level players play, they don't really like do this when they're playing footsies. They don't really like, from here, they don't really like walk in and push crouching medium punch. They're always kind of like doing this kind of stuff, like playing in this range, doing stuff like this, you know, like this. They might do this, you know, they're gonna play in this range. You'll notice they do that. Let's take a look at a replay right now, and I'm gonna show you. That's probably what it looks like. So let's pick, okay, Kincho, okay? Watch this. Watch how he's going to play Terry. See? See how he's moving? He's not just doing like walk forward light kick. See his little tiny steps? And see how that standing medium kick just whiffed there? Because he's not just like full send walking forward. He's taking these, and then he tried to whiff punish it, but he missed. But the point is, when he's trying to get into that range, he's just taking little tiny steps. He's not getting counter hit. There, then he's in a range where he can react to his opponent. Okay, now we're back to neutral. Let's see how he plays neutral here. Oh, he gets hit by the classic. Let's go to the next round. Yeah, see right here, this walk and block. See, look how good that is. Walk and block. Then when he thinks he's in range, he pushes standing light kick, gets out, throws. Then we're back into like just throw mix. So that's what Pugera's talking about here in that video we were watching. And he says, so this, you have to have the awareness to be going for it. He says, it's hard, but once you start getting used to it, he goes, I really recommend doing it because it's strong. All right, then he goes on to another topic, so we can leave it there. But guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe so I can make more like these in the future. It really helps me out, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Peace.